So welcome back to Clapingo. I'm really happy to see
Yeah,
that you're here, see that you're working on
yeah.
your
I'm
English.
really pleased to have a conversation with you.
Same
So
here. So with all this said now, let us get started with your English session, right?
yeah,
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
yeah. As a professional, I'm a web designer, and I also run like multiple blogs and some of the. I just started the YouTube channel as well, like
Mm-hmm.
recent 1 month ago. So like these are my professional skills,
Right.
and uh, and I'm from the place called Jharkhand and the city called Jamshedpur. Have you heard the
Right.
place like Jamshedpur?
Yes, yes, definitely. It's very famous. So
Okay.
in all of this now, so you're a web designer, right? What kind of technologies do you use these days?
The basic reward, I use with the different platforms like
Mhm.
PHP and the open source platforms like WordPress, Magento. So these are the platforms which I use work on it.
Right.
So earlier I used to work for a company, but now I'm
Mm-hmm.
a self-employed. So I have multiple clients. So for that I work for them. So
Nice.
I'm independent. I can work from anywhere.
Wow,
So
that's
that is
absolutely amazing. So, do you also hard code your websites or do you use these website building tools only?
depends on like if the client requirement is there, then we do both the steps.
Absolutely. So, that's amazing. Now, what I want to ask you that in all of this, what kind of troubles do you face with your English?
Oh well, why I joined the Clapingo, the reason behind is the different accent. Mostly I
Mhm.
have the difficulty to understand the Australian accent. I have a client from the Australia, the client from the United States, and other from the European countries, right? So they have very different accent. Sometimes it is very quick, like it is very quick that I cannot understand what they are saying and what I was to understand. So
Right.
the communication gap becomes. So
I
for
understand.
that I am using that barrier, get rid that barrier. So that's why I'm
I,
practicing and also practicing the vocabulary. And also they speak very like a native. Say they use
Mhm.
some items and phrases. Sometimes I do not understand what they are saying.
Right.
So it is like
So,
so.
all of this is very, very common because the Indian accent in the world is very different from all the other accents. Right? We
Yeah,
don't show our accent off. We
yeah,
believe that
exactly.
with hard work we have
We
learned this accent, right? I believe that
exactly.
Indian accent is the most understandable and the most clean that there is.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but yeah, well, you see, now that you work with international people, it's important that you get into their skill set as well, in a way.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So, a
I
few ways.
practice three platforms actually. I practice three platforms in thrice a day. Like one is Clapingo, other one is the Cambly,
Mhm.
and another one is Ingo, so that I can get habit of all the accents.
Wow. Well, you are definitely very, very dedicated towards your job. I can see that. That's amazing. So, one thing that I can suggest to you is there are some native speakers in the American film industry. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Now, to name a few, it's Matthew McConaughey, there is Leonardo DiCaprio. There
mm-hmm.
is Samuel L. Jackson, and
Yeah,
all these people. These are legendary actors. They have done
okay,
hundreds of films, and their work is commendable all over the world. What you need to do
yeah,
is go to their award-winning films. Oh, sorry,
okay,
I missed out one. Daniel Day Lewis, who played the role of Abraham Lincoln, right?
yeah, yeah,
So what they do is they go deep into the accents that they are playing for their film. Okay, so you pick any of these films and you watch them just to see what kind of accents you can expect. Keep your subtitles
okay,
on, right? Because if you
okay,
see if a person from America comes and you are unable to understand their accent, most probably
mm-hmm.
that accent will be from Texas.
Yeah,
Because the cowboy accent is very, very
yeah, yeah,
prominent,
yeah,
difficult to
yeah,
understand, right?
mm, yeah,
Matthew McConaughey is from Texas. So when he
okay,
picks up a character who has to have that sudden feel into his movies, he will do a very good job. And if he will do a
mm,
very good job, you will be able to understand that better,
yeah, fair enough.
right? And then there are also actors like Chris Hemsworth, who is an Australian. So you can watch his movies just to see what the Australian accent should sound like.
Yeah,
And there
yeah.
are British actors as well. So you just do a simple Google search of actors by their countries.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then you just see whatever movie you like of theirs for the accent. Obviously, you don't need to complete the movie. You are watching it for your
Yeah,
language sake. So even if you shell out half an hour a day, just do it for your
that is
language,
okay. Yeah,
right?
okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
So
A great
this was
suggestion. Yeah, I'll follow it.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
absolutely, and I really enjoy accents as well because they're just interesting. That's all,
Yeah, exactly. I love
right?
the UK accent. I really love the UK accent.
Absolutely. The way they
Everyone loves, like,
pronounce,
it's very fantastic. It looks very fantastic, like when someone speaks. So
absolutely. So you must have clients from the UK as well,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
So I
So,
used to I used to understand what they are saying. Like I would like to
mhm,
say nothing. So accent is very strong. Very
absolutely
if you compare to the Indian version, you will find a
mhm,
lot of difference. How we
correct.
pronounce and how they pronounce, like totally different. But I'm used to, so I understand what they are saying, what they want to say.
Exactly. So this is for the listening part, right? One thing I suggest
Yeah.
that sometimes if they speak something and you are unclear about what they have said, okay, what you can do is you can say that, okay, just to summarize what you want from me, then list out whatever you understood. Did I miss or say anything incorrectly? If you did not, well and good, but if you did, they will correct you. So this way,
Yeah.
even if there is like a language difference, that will not affect your
Mhm.
work and your understanding of
Yeah.
what they are. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That will be fine.
Exactly. Now, moving forward, do you also face any issues with speaking?
No, till now, no. Yeah, earlier I have a difficulty. Like when I started learning English, so I have like very difficulty for sentence making, and also firstly I wouldn't able to understand what the client is saying. I remember one incident, like when I was hired to go to the Australia, my client
Mhm.
interview, like everything was perfect. My skill was perfect, my timing was perfect. My client wants to come to Australia, and there was a last meeting when I had a conversation with my client. So I did not understand a single word. I understand only one word, that is the hello, and the last one is the thank you. And between those the conversation, I did not understand a single bit. So it was so fast, so quick. Even though I know a little bit of English that time, like almost 4 5 years ago,
Right.
then I realized that you have to be work more, because
Yes.
English is not only the thing. You have to practice. You have to listen different accent. You said that the movie is a very great
Right.
way. I think for my case, I started watching movies with subtitle
Mhm.
on and sometimes subtitles off. So that
Right.
helps me a lot, actually.
Definitely. In fact, what you can do is, for example, if your subtitles are off initially, okay, you're watching the
You're
movie.
working on ears. You're working more on ears when subtitle is
Exactly.
off. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're working more on your ears. Also, focus on the lip movement. Right?
Hmm.
That is a
Yeah.
good technique to see. So what happens is, for example, the movie is going on, subtitles are off, you're watching the movie, but you don't understand what's going on. Okay, so rewind. Okay, and play that part again with subtitles on this time, only for once. Okay, now you have
Okay.
a good idea of what's going on. Then go back,
Yeah.
rewind, and this time subtitles off again to see
Great.
whether or not you were able to understand. Did you improve? All of these things. So although
Great.
it is a bit repetitive, but it is a very stable way of learning. Otherwise, you will keep bouncing from different people, different accents, and there will be no guided path to learn different accents because you have to
Yeah.
speak
I
your
don't
own.
want to. Sorry for that. I don't want to imitate the accent.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
okay
what I
with
was
my.
saying.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with my Indian accent, right? So the thing is that I just want to understand that.
exactly.
So different accents. So this is my like goal. This is my target.
This is
So
exactly what I was coming to as well. That you have to speak your own, but you must understand others as well, right?
yes, yeah,
So
great.
now you also told me that you have your own YouTube channel, right?
I
That
just
you've
started.
started.
Actually, I just started uploading the video of like conversation video,
Right,
and
right.
I also had a YouTube channel as a for the travel part. So I'm very
Okay.
interested on the traveling. Yeah, but it is not frequent. So my
Right,
channel name is like I travel once in a year. So it's a name. So I travel just one country in a year.
right.
So that's why I put a name like this. So that's why. So I'm not a regular frequent traveler, because you have a work, so you barely get a
Exactly,
time to
exactly.
go there. and also
So
you have to manage all the things. Yeah.
absolutely. During COVID, how did you manage traveling?
No, I did not. I did not went after the lockdown. I just went like the domestic places.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I visited the Goa, and this
Right.
year we are planning, if everything will be okay, to the Kerala. This year we are planning.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, I hope you have a great
So
trip. Although
because
Kerala was very, yeah,
I listen one thing na, once in a year you should travel any new place. It's not
right.
it is not compulsory that you should travel to the international country, but you should have any new place. So that is
Absolutely.
the mind development, or so it helps in very seconds.
Definitely. It helps in changing your mindset, refreshing you. Many a times,
Ah,
even when we are doing things that we love, it becomes very sluggish. It becomes very boring.
yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
And although people say that no, it's a part of the process, you should push yourself, blah, blah, blah. I believe you should just take a small break and then keep
Yes,
pushing
yes.
yourself. Right?
Great.
That is one thing. So now,
Perfect.
with all of this, you told me that you've traveled to some places, right, once a year. So which was your favorite place?
Like still now I have traveled only the two countries. The one is the
Okay.
Bhutan and other one is the Nepal. So
Hmm.
Bhutan was amazing.
Wow.
So
Can you share some
it was very
experiences?
perfect.
I have never been to Bhutan.
Okay. The people are very happy. People used to say, like everyone say that country is the happier country in the world, because
Okay.
very less population, and they do not
Mm-hmm.
have any that in India we have a lot of tensions, we have a lot of angerment. So there is nothing there. So
Right.
people you like they are very happy, very cool places, and the environment is very nice. So if you go there, you just start loving that environment. Very
Nice.
nice, very hilly areas. Yeah.
And what about Nepal?
And Nepal was fine. Nepal was also the fine. It was also the like a hilly station. People were
Mm-hmm.
also nice. That those countries are ruled by the king. No, so
Right.
like president is there, prime minister is there, but they are just for the formality, because everything
Okay.
is done by the king.
By the king.
What I noticed on the first thing when I visited to Bhutan or Nepal, every house you will there, you will find there is a picture of a king and his wife and their son.
All
So they
right.
treat like a god, because that king, their king, they care of their people. So in
Right.
Bhutan, you do not have to spend money on the teaching, medical, everything is done free by the
By the king.
king.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
So that is the best thing.
absolutely amazing. This is
Yeah.
so
If you
nice.
do not have a house, they will provide you the land. They will make you the home. They will provide you so much land so that you can cultivate the like vegetables. So
Vegetables and stuff.
yeah. So they
Wow.
will provide everything whatever you need. So there is no expense there. So that's why people have no tensions. Like in India,
Wow.
we have to struggle a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And as a tourist, would you say that the hotel facilities and all were also nice?
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
All
And
right.
one thing, it is very costly. Like
Okay.
yeah, it is costly. Yeah, I
All right.
comparing, like I don't know. It would be like something other reason, because
Mm-hmm.
many less tourists come there. It might be a reason,
Yeah, that could
but
be a reason, definitely. Because
yeah.
other countries, they have separate sectors for tourism, like India has a separate sector. There are
Hmm.
monuments and all maintained in our country specifically for tourism. But then I see places like Bhutan, they spend more on their people than they would spend
Hmm.
on attracting people from outside to generate revenue and all of that. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing,
Total
yeah,
population was 8 lakh only. Total population was 8 lakh only. I talked
that's
to
like
my
one
like
fourth of Uttar Pradesh,
fourth of the Delhi population.
of
Like
the Delhi
itself,
population.
Delhi is like 1 point almost like 3 crores, 1 crore. It
Yeah,
might be
definitely.
bigger.
Definitely. Yeah, you're definitely right that the reason that some countries are so happy is because they have less number of people. And we
Yeah,
have so
exactly.
many people that fights and all are
So
very
much crowd.
inevitable. Exactly.
I
One
used
thing,
to work. I used to stay in a New Delhi for the last
yeah,
12 years, and in 2019 I shifted to my hometown. That is the Jharkhand, Jamshedpur.
okay.
So in Delhi, what I observed, that there is no life there. You will not find peace. People are
Right.
running and imitating others. They want to show off. that things happens there every time.
Yeah,
So
it
there is
does.
no never ending journey. Like people in Delhi are
Absolutely.
going, doing, running. That was never ending.
That was never ending.
So
So yeah,
that's why I
sometimes in
decided to
life,
move.
yeah, we need some
Very
peace.
very peace here. Like I'm here, I have like limited clients. I am very happy. Whatever I earn, I can go whatever wherever I want to go. So very very
Yeah,
peaceful life here
definitely. And
comparing
a
to
lot
New
of
Delhi.
freedom as well now that you are
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
independent artist, independent
Yes,
designer, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So with all of this, we come to the feedback. We have covered a lot today in terms of how you can improve your listening, watching movies, rewinding movies, and focusing on the lip movement in case you're not able to understand what the person is saying and all of that, right? Keep these things in practice only because obviously it's not like a magic wand, won't happen overnight.
Mm,
But
yes,
you
yes,
keep working on it, and definitely you will get really good at it in no amount of time. Okay,
okay.
so all the best. It was great talking to you. Your English is fine. Okay, no problems
Oh,
with
great.
grammar,
Thank you
no
so much.
problems with vocabulary. And so, yeah, I hope I was able to help you out, give you some new
Yeah,
ideas
yeah,
that you
yeah,
can work
definitely. Yeah,
on.
it is very nice talking to you. I'm here.
Same here,
See you
same here.
next on the Clapingo. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
sure, that would be amazing. So, thank you so
Great.
much for
Thank you so
joining,
much.
and
Yeah,
bye bye.
sure. Bye. Take care.
Take care.